Okay, students, today we are going to discuss about the first phylum, that is Porifera. So, in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the outline classification of kingdom Animalia, and today we are going to talk about that is phylum Porifera. So here there is small correction is required. Phylum it should be, not phylum. It is phylum. If I am very sorry. So one letter is missed here. Phylum. It should be phylum. Phylum Porifera. Okay. So we are going to talk about their general characters, important characters, silent features. Okay. So in this category, which are the examples coming? The example like Sycon. Okay. Spongilla, Eupalecta. That is Eupalecta. These are the example. Or this is also a Venus flower basket. This group is characterized by, that is Spongilla and Cycon. So let us begin the characteristic features of a kingdom, phylum Porifera. First character. As we know, poriferans, they are found, majority of the poriferans found in a aquatic form. They are aquatic form, but majority of them are found in a marine water. So here marine refers to sea or ocean water, and very few are found in a fresh water, lake water, then river water. So that is called fresh water. Now their organization. So their body is made up of many cells. They are multicellular, advanced, and they exhibit cellular level of organization. So we have understood the meaning of cellular level, tissue level, organ level, grade. So here we don't find tissue grade. Tissue grade means the group of cells together to form a tissue. Here the tissue grade is not there, but all the body is made up of number of cells. Okay. So this is the multicellular and cellular level of organization. With respect to their symmetry, their body is not symmetrical. So body is not symmetrical. So they are asymmetrical. Now with respect to their body wall. So if you see the vertical section of a body, when we cut the animal and see what we observe, their body wall. So their body wall, it is of two types. So externally it is made up of outer dermal layer and inner gastral layer. So the outer dermal layer is also called pinacoderm and inner gastral layer is called conoderm. So in the conoderm, the collar cells are present. So here the presence of collar cells is very important characteristic feature of a poriferans. They are found in a conoderm. So conoderm possesses collar cells. Okay. Next comes that is their body surface. Usually if you see the cycon, the structure of the cycon, so it has many dotted like structure. So what are these dots? The dots represent number of pores. They have like a sponge. You are familiar with the sponge. So sponge produce sponge bears number of holes, number of pores. No, likewise they are resembling they are resemble with a sponge. Okay, so their body is like a sponge because the outer surface possess number of pores. Those pores are called ostia. Okay, so these pores are called ostia. Through these ostia only the water can enter. So through the ostia only the water can enter into the spongicle. So here the term spongicle means what? So here the spongicle refers to, that is spongicle is the body cavity. So here the cavity. So the cavity is present, that is called spongicle cavity. So through the spongicle cavity the water enters, through the ostia the water enter into the cavity called spongicle. So this is also called as the entry of water from ostia into the spongicle is called as water canal system. Means this group consists of water canal system. The water enters through the ostia into spongicle. After that, the gastral layer. So usually the gastral layer possesses the cavity called spongicle and it is opens outside by a opening. See here, the inner gastral layer, that is spongicle, the spongicle opens outside by an opening called as osculum. This is called osculum. Next comes, they possess internal buds. Sorry, this character, spongicle open outside by osculum. Now there is one more character here. They possess internal skeletal system. So the skeletal system is in the form of a needle-like structure. There is no well-developed skeletal system. The very primitive type of skeletal system. They possess a needle-like structure. They possess needle-like structure called spicules. So spicules are the skeletal system. Needle-like structure called spicules, and spicules are going to form the skeletal system. Lastly, digestion. Usually these organisms, I mean sponges, this group Porifera, their digestion is well developed, but it is intracellular. So since we know there are two types of digestion, extracellular digestion, intracellular digestion. What is the meaning of extra? Extra means outside the cell. If the outside the cell but inside the gut, but here gut is not there. Outside the cell, if the digestion takes place, we call it as extracellular. If the digestion takes place within the cells, within the cell, then we call it as intracellular. After that, usually these organisms are hermaphrodites in their nature. What is the meaning of hermaphrodite? Both male and female sex organs are present in a same body, same organism. So it is called hermaphrodites. They are hermaphrodites. And what about the respiration and excretion? We don't see any respiratory organ, no excretory organs here. So excretory organs, respiratory organs are absent here. Lastly, the reproduction. So they reproduce. Phylum Poriferans reproduce both by asexual means as well as sexual means. So sexual means, the sexual reproduction takes place by gamete formation, that is by the fusion of male and female gametes. What about the asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction takes place by means of internal buds. Internally the body possesses some buds, many buds, and those are called gymules. So by the formation of gymules, these gymules are going to germinate and give rise to the new sponge body. So this is about the internal buds, and this is a asexual type of reproduction, that is by gemmule formation. So not only in Sycon, in Spongilla, all they follow the asexual reproduction, that is by bud formation or internal buds. So with this, a few points, characteristic features of what you call phylum Porifera, we have completed all characteristic features in detail. So in the next forthcoming video, we are going to discuss about the next phylum, that is Coelenterata or Cnidaria. Okay, I hope this is all the explanation you are following. Follow them and then try to read them. Okay, and here some diagrams I have not shown, only one diagram, that is more than enough. Okay, poriferans. So these are general features of a phylum Porifera. We will stop.